Welcome to A Girl's Guide To, the podcast designed to help generations of women enhance their minds, love their bodies, and heal their souls. I'm your host, Michaela, a girl navigating life and helping you do the same. I am so happy and grateful that you are here. Let's dive in. Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of A Girl's Guide To. Happy Monday. I hope you had a fabulous, fun, and safe weekend. Today we're going to be chatting about something I think we really can all benefit from, and that is to take the hypothetical chill pill. Remember to breathe, remember that life is not that serious, and to have some frickin' fun, okay? Because for the longest time, well, I would say pretty much right out of high school, when I decided not to go to college, I said, okay, well then there goes my fun. I need to get to work. I need to hustle. I need to grind. I need to become successful. I need to make shit happen. Every decision matters. Every move I make is going to weigh so heavily on my life. And recently, this year, I would say, I have decided that I'm going to take a different approach. Decided I'm going to kind of let life guide me and go with the flow a little bit more and live the softer lifestyle. And I don't think that this is our fault that we have this hustle grind, gotta make shit happen mindset. It's definitely a generational thing, but that's the beauty of being the new generation and the young generation is that we now get to lead the way for the next generations. We get to do 1% better, at least 1% better. I'm hoping that we're gonna do a lot more better, but at least 1% better than the previous generation, as they did with their previous generation, and so on and so forth. You get me? So, today's topic really stemmed from a conversation I was having with a family member who is going to be taking a new job and was kind of weighing the pros and cons of if they should or shouldn't. And I'm clearly sensing that they want to take this job, but they are trying to justify why it's a good move. And I had to tell this person, listen, if you feel it's a good move for you currently in the space that you're in, the chapter, the season that you're in, then it's a good move. Make the decision, get the job. And then I said, if the job isn't a good fit and it's not worth your time or your energy, guess what, girl? You can quit the job, okay? You can quit the job a day in, an hour in, a month in, a year in. You can quit whenever, however, it's up to you. Because it's not that freaking serious, okay? Especially for this person who, like, this job is just kind of a seasonal thing and it's not what they want to do as a career. Then, even more so, I'm telling them, it's not that serious. It is not that serious. And I think we just get caught up in the the bigger picture, right? The goals that we set and the visions that we have for the future and making ourselves proud, making our family and friends proud, that we forget that life is meant to be experienced. Okay? And the working to live situation is definitely something that we have seen from previous generations and has shown, those generations have shown that it's not a way to live. Okay? There is so much more to life than just working, making money, reaching goals, being successful. Okay? What I really love about life is making connections, going out into the world and being in nature, seeing beautiful sunsets and sunrises, and making memories with yourself, with your loved ones, really getting to experience what life has to offer. And now, I don't really know the true meaning of life, right? Nobody really knows, but I do know that we couldn't have been created just to work, okay? There is no way in hell that whatever higher power you believe in said, I'm going to create this being just so they can work so freaking hard and not have any fun, not have any joy, be so consumed by success that they can't enjoy their free time. They can't just have some leisure time and sit and read a book or watch a movie, right? And I know that we all have those leisure moments. Obviously, we have our days off, or we have moments when we're not feeling good and we take rest. But tell me this, in those leisure moments or moments when you're not feeling good, I know for a fact that in the back of your head, you're thinking about all the things that you could be doing or all the things you should be doing, right? We have such a problem with being present and being able to just do nothing and enjoy doing nothing. And it's because of this hustle grind culture that I think our parents and their parents kind of led us to believe is the right way to live. But in my personal experience, I have found that by taking more time to relax and rest and rejuvenate, I'm able to show up a lot better in the other areas of my life, in the areas of work, in the areas of self care, in the areas of relationships. I can be my best me and put my best forward in all the other areas that I care about because I can realize and recognize and appreciate the fact that rest and recovery is needed and it's important and it's not necessarily the opposite of hard work. It's a partner to hard work. Because if you don't take time off, you don't take time to chill, you will burn out. And what good does that do for anybody, for yourself or for the people in your life who you're trying to show up for? It doesn't. It does not serve anyone to work so freaking hard and never take time off and never appreciate when you are taking that time off. So that's what I really want to encourage you to focus on this week is when you are in those moments of rest and relaxation, be present and be so grateful that you have that opportunity and start to rewire your brain to appreciate those moments because you know that they are needed. This is the thing about becoming a young adult, or I guess really anyone at any age who's trying to unlearn things that their parents or guardians or mentors taught them that they don't resonate with. The hardest part is unlearning those things. The hardest part is rewiring your brain to have new beliefs because for so long you have probably been telling yourself the story of if I don't work extra hard every single day, if I don't get everything done on my to do list with no rest, no breaks, I will not be successful. I will not reach my goals. I am considered lazy. I was not productive. You have to work on rewiring those thoughts. And for me, the best way to do that is to catch myself when I'm having those thoughts, ask myself where it came from. And for the most part, it comes from beliefs that my parents had, and they had those beliefs because of their parents, right? It's just a generational thing for the most part. Or maybe it's something that you see on social media. Maybe it was something you read in a book. Find out where that belief came from. Where's the root of that belief? Because once you find out the root of the belief, you will realize that it was never your belief to begin with. It was never something that you actually said, "Hey, I believe that this is true wholeheartedly." It was something that you saw online, you read in a book, you heard on a podcast, your parents told you when you were a kid, that just became your belief because of that pressure or because you didn't know better as a child. So ask yourself, do I actually resonate with this? Do I actually feel that this is true for me? And you're probably going to surprise yourself with a lot of these thoughts that you have and say, no, actually, it doesn't. And I don't believe this, and I don't want to have this belief. I want to believe that rest and relaxation is important, and I want to be proud of myself for taking the time off and be grateful for it and not be constantly thinking about what I should be doing or could be doing instead. So find the root of the belief and start replacing it with the belief that you want to have, or maybe not necessarily something so far-fetched that you don't believe in yet, but gratitude. Okay, gratitude is the best way to do this, because essentially, if you've had the belief that you can't take a break, by taking a break and then saying, oh, I can take a break, it's okay, that old belief is so strong and you resonate with it so much right now because it's familiar to you, that when you tell yourself the affirmation of, I'm allowed a break, it's not going to sit right with you. You're going to feel icky because you have yet to actually adopt that as your true belief. So, what you can do instead is use gratitude as a way to help you get there. So, in those moments of taking a break, when you're going back to those old patterns and saying, I shouldn't be taking this break right now, replace that thought with a moment of gratitude. I am so grateful that I get to have this moment to myself, that I get to have this moment to give back to me and to fill up my cup. I'm so grateful that I get to watch this movie or scroll leisurely on TikTok or lay in bed and read a book, whatever it is. Gratitude is such an important part of life, and it allows you to be present. And I think that's where we get lost when we're trying to, or when we're thinking of things that we could be doing instead. We're not being grateful for the moments that we have. Like, I'll never forget a 4th of July party at a family friend's house that we go to every year. It was a few years ago, a couple years ago, when I was doing Monat, if you remember, the MLM company that I worked for. And I was in the little sunroom while everyone else was outside by the grill, in the hot tub, at the pool, playing volleyball. I chose to be inside and be on my phone and was creating marketing material or was sending DMs or trying to put carts together for people to order products on a holiday when all my friends and family are having a good time. And in that moment, I remember being so proud. I was like, look at me. I'm going to choose to work right now, even on a holiday, because I need to get the shit done. I'm going to be so successful. And by showing up today, I'm going to be one step ahead of everyone else who's not showing up. But what was I missing? I was missing out on everything. I was missing out on the present moment. And I was essentially stealing my own joy because to me, working was way more important. And not that work is obviously not important, but I think that we prioritize work way too much and prioritize rest way too little. Or not just rest, but enjoyment, excitement, fun, right? Like, it's okay to have fun. It's okay. Like, that is what life is about. You don't have to be working so hard 24/7 all the time to reach your goals. You'll get there. If the goals are true to you and they are meant to be in your life, what's meant for you won't miss you, okay? That's what I'm trying to say here. What is meant for you will not miss you. And it's all right to take a few hours off on a holiday and to actually enjoy, because here's the thing. If you have a family, let's say, or even just yourself, if you're just someone supporting yourself, you're working so hard to create a better life for yourself or to create a better life for your family. But sometimes by doing that, you get so wrapped up in the work that you forget why you even started doing it in the first place, or why you're working so hard, because you care about yourself, because you care about your family. So then you get so distracted that you essentially neglect your family or neglect yourself, when in reality, you or your family or whoever it is was the reason why you said, I need to work so hard. So oftentimes, if you get so distracted by the work, you forget about the original thing, and then life just becomes work and boring and miserable. And of course, there are going to be days where you don't want to work, but you have to. And I'm not ignorant to that. I think that there is an appropriate time where the hustle grind mentality works. But I guess the whole point of today's episode is just to remember that life is not that serious, okay? It's not. And I know sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is on our shoulders and we're never going to achieve the things we want and we're not making enough money, or we're not doing this, we're not doing that. Try focusing on what you are doing. Try giving yourself some grace for everything that you already have accomplished. Try appreciating the things that you do have. We're so quick to focus on what we don't have and what we want and what we don't do, that we kind of beat ourselves up when, like, I'm sure there are a shit ton of things that you could list off that prove how much of an amazing fucking person you are, how much you do for yourself, for your loved ones, and why you deserve to have a break and to just chill and have fun. Because I say this often, and I know that it's morbid, and I I apologize, if the topic of death gets to you. I mean, I feel like it does for everyone, but when you really, really think about it, this ends the same way for us all. Okay? So it's up to you to decide how you want to live this life, the legacy essentially that you want to live, that you want to leave behind. Not even just for other people, but for yourself when you are in your last few moments of this lifetime. Do you want to be sitting there thinking, oh my God, I wish that I took more time to have fun, that I took more time to appreciate the blessings, that I took more time to be with my family and be with my friends? Or do you want to say, wow, I really experienced this life. I really got as much out of it as I possibly could. And that's going to look different for us all. But make sure that you are prioritizing the things in your life that you love, the things in your life that truly matter to you. And your work could be a part of that, right? But I'm talking leisure. I'm talking hobbies. I'm talking fun. That shit is a priority. That shit matters, okay? It is not any less important or any less worthy than your work. I truly, truly believe that they are of equal importance because one fuels the other, okay? And vice versa. The work will fuel the hobbies, but the hobbies will fuel the work because you'll have the energy and you'll be full to show up in those other more important, not more important, but the areas that you necessarily need to show up in, right? The areas you want to show up in will fuel the areas you need to show up in because you will have a full cup. So please give yourself some damn grace this year and for the rest of your life, right? There are going to be seasons where it's hustle and grind, and maybe you do have to push through, and maybe you do have to sacrifice some time with friends or family, right? But still find moments in every single day where you can give back to yourself, whether it be 5 minutes in the morning of you meditating or doing your self-care routine, going for a walk, or at the end of the night cuddling up with your favorite book, your comfort show, whatever it looks like for you. I'm not going to sit here and list the 1 million things that could be a hobby to you or be of fun and relaxation and enjoyment to you, but you know what those things are. You know what they are. And ask yourself, when was the last time I actually took time to do this thing that I really love? And if it wasn't recently, do it today, okay? Do it today. Put it in your schedule. Schedule those fun, hobby, leisure, relaxation things into your day to day just as you do the tasks, the work, okay? It's important and life is not that serious. You can take a chill pill and appreciate the opportunity that you have being here in this lifetime to experience this lifetime. I know there's chaos, I know there's sadness and hate and all of those things, but don't focus on that. Focus on the good. Focus on all that you have to be blessed for, all that you are grateful for, the people, the things, the opportunities, the experiences. And remember that life's not that serious. You can make a decision today that maybe 3 weeks from now you're like, damn, I probably shouldn't have made that decision. But you today making that decision, you felt that it was right. 3 weeks from now, maybe you don't. But guess what? Life goes on and you can change paths at any time. There's no rules of how long you got to stay at a job or how long you have to try this new hobby for. You get to make the rules of your life. Don't let anybody hold you back. Don't let yourself hold you back. You do what you feel is best for you. And if the next day you wake up and decide, hey, I actually don't want to do this anymore, cool, let's switch it up. I am the queen of changing my mind, the queen of trying a bunch of new things, the queen of switching it up. And it's because I listen to me. And I know that it's not that serious at the end of the day. I'm gonna move through life and let the universe guide me and take me where I need to be. And I always believe that I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I believe you are exactly where you are meant to be. As long as you're making decisions that are good for you and you're not letting the opinions of people outside who do not matter change your decisions, then you're good. You're good. Give yourself the patience, the grace, the ability to take a breath. Let's do it together. Take a breath. Life is not that serious. All will be okay. Journal about it. If you gotta get it out, vent to somebody if something's stressing you out. A lot of times, speaking aloud, even just to yourself, you'll realize, this thought I'm having, this thing that's stressing me out, is really not that serious. It's really not that big of a deal. And I'm not saying that to minimize your feelings. Like I'm totally one to validate your feelings. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Even if it's, not a big deal to somebody else. But don't sit with those icky feelings. Help yourself move through them by tapping into your hobbies and your leisure things and the fun things in your life. And appreciate the fact that you get to do that, because that's what it is. You get to do everything in this lifetime. It's not something you have to do. You get to do it. And if you're choosing to do it, then that's on you. If you're choosing to show up to a job that you hate, or you're choosing to be part of a relationship that you're not happy in, or you're choosing to be friends with people who are shitty to you, that's on you, girl. And that's a whole another topic, okay? But I'm just saying that life's not that serious. The power is in your hands, all right? You get to decide what this life is like. You get to design it. You get to create it. And make sure fun and enjoyment and laughter is a part of that, because you do not want to regret it when you're in your final moments. All right? All right. I think the point was made. So, let me know what you think. Let me know what things you are going to start prioritizing more. Fun things, I mean, okay, self-care type things you really love. Drop them in the comments. Let me know, and share this episode with somebody who needs to hear it, somebody who might be a little uptight in your life and doesn't know how to have fun. Let them know. And as always, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode, and I will see you next week for another episode of A Girl's Guide to. Bye!